Welcome back to How to Hit a Man. I'm BurningDogFace, and last time we saw to it that the world chewed up Dino Bosco and spit him back out, quite literally. Now, at least I'm going to at least try to continue to the last two levels of Hitman 2, which were released after the original game's launch as DLC. Shout out to Elthwar, who says, Dino might not be as horrible a person as some of the last people 47 encountered. I suppose that would be on scale. But the man has been making enemies like it is his mission. This is probably, though, more of a normal mission from 47's perspective. I suspect most contracts aren't about the big movers and shakers, but the assholes that pissed off the wrong people who happen to have an ICA business card. And, you know, that makes a ton of sense, and you're probably right about that, but I guess I'd been under the impression that after deciding she didn't have what it took to be a combat operative and, you know, get vengeance on all of the criminals and crime lords of the world herself, Diana accepted the job as 47's handler because she could point him at them. She could pick and choose their missions based on her personal sense of justice to inflict Agent 47's impeccable record against these terrible people. Yeah, still, though, you gotta pay the bills, and you do probably have to take such so-and-so many contracts every year before the ICA starts going, hey, you pulling your weight around here? You know, you're not reaching your quotas. Elthwar does continue to say, also, I decided to look into what Italian neo-realism is, partially because I'm more familiar with that term from international relations. The genre started following the end of World War II in Italy, and focused on the struggles and daily life of the contemporary poor and working class in Italy. The broader neo-realist movement also focused on authentic portrayals of social and historical grounding, as well as the use of on-location shooting and non-professional actors. Interesting. Very interesting. And, I like this. Shout out to Justin Jones, who says on the subject of the Isle of Scale, makes me wonder how well Agent 47 would have done trying to infiltrate Castle Wolfenstein. And let me tell you, I don't know how that would go. But if there's ever a level where you don't need to give a shit about not taking out anyone except the target, it's the one infested by Nazis. I would love to see 47 taking on Nazis. And then with a timestamp, I had a horrible feeling that Agent 47 was responsible for the death of her parents. You know, the stupid thing is, I absolutely should have seen it coming, but it completely blindsided me. I guess I forgot you can't really tell how old Agent 47 is just by looking at him. Because I think, chronologically speaking, he's in his mid-60s. Let's try this again. Night Call, The Finish Line, Three-Headed Serpent, Chasing a Ghost, Another Life, Shadows in the Water, and again, they apparently added that one after the fact, and The Ark Society, followed by, oh, it's in color now, Golden Handshake, which is apparently in New York. Hitman 2.
3 families. That's all it took. The Ingrams, the Carlyles, the Stuyvesants.
Tell us everything about them.
The ivory towers are about to fall.
And when we're done,
Let's cross that bridge when we get to it. For now, the partners are all that matter.
There's an issue.
Of course there is.
Olivia's tracked the names mentioned by the Constant, and they're dead ends.
how dead?
Obituaries for all 3 have appeared online. Accidental death, heart failure, lung cancer.
They're covering their tracks. Faster than I thought.
I know
A
she's
contingency
alive.
plan of sorts. The Constant wasn't aware of it.
Well, seems they didn't tell him everything after all.
Something this big will leave traces behind.
Constance says to follow the money.
Milton Fitzpatrick, the investment bank. It's a key Providence asset.
Which you worked for.
The director of the New York branch is a Providence operative. It's our best bet as a way in.
I'll tell the pilot to turn the plane around.
Right, gentlemen. Here's what we've come up with. The partners are transitioning between identities. But everything is so recent, the Milton Fitzpatrick bank records will still be intact. We've confirmed that the partners have active accounts there. However, the bank's records are remotely updated on a frequent basis.
Wait.
We may only have hours before any leads that could get us the new identities of the partners are gone forever. The data we need can be obtained in two ways. The bank's data core can be accessed through the basement vault, but getting inside the vault could be challenging.
Oh my god.
Alternatively, Bank Director Athena Savalas, Head of Security Mateo Perez, and Head of Accounts Fabian Mann each carry a partial backup drive with the data. We'll need all three drives to get the full data. Now, we cannot risk the partners discovering the data breach. Eliminating the bank's director, Athena Savalas, would sever the last remaining Providence tie to the bank and keep our activities hidden.
Okay, one more time. We break into the vault, extract the hard drive rack, and eliminate the director on the way out.
We.
You. Good luck, 47.
You want me to rob a bank? I mean, that's a nice trench coat, but unless he's got bulletproof armor and 2 machine guns under there. Eliminate Athena Savalas, obtain data, mission active. Well, I asked for it. In fact, I paid for the privilege. Oh, God. Target Athena Savalas. Oh, she has a sneer on her face. I feel like that's a naturally occurring feature. The director of the New York branch of the banking division of financial giant Milton Fitzpatrick, Miss Savalas, is an extremely hard-working, entirely unscrupulous woman who gave up everything personal to succeed in her life as a high-tier banker. An heir to a logistics empire, Athena Savalas quickly entered the male-dominated banking system fresh out of business school. She quickly learned that to succeed, she would need to transform herself entirely from the classic businesswoman she'd been bred to become. Savalas developed a harshness and cutthroat approach to her co-workers, which alienated her from personal relationships at the bank, as well as in her private life. Now, at the age of 51, Athena Savalas' transformation is complete. The fair-skinned girl with the bright blue eyes and warm smile has been replaced by an impossibly white creature of infinite sternness. It actually wrote infinitely, that's a typo, isn't it? Infinite sternness, who is always in complete control. Savalas is a marble statue at this point, having shed every original bit of herself with every year that she's worked in finance. Oh boy, she's an expert at finding loopholes, exploiting tax rules, and laundering money for criminals, and has been involved in numerous tax evasion schemes, which have earned her multiple Banker of the Year awards in the last decade. Oh my god. Over the years, Savalas has also developed a refined disdain for the middle class, reducing customers to numbers on sheets of paper, with no thoughts to the things she destroys with her constant less is more approach to small and medium-sized businesses. Rumors of wanton gambling with client money and the bank's finances are beginning to catch up to her. And with the board of directors looking for a new CEO of Milton Fitzpatrick, Savalas is eagerly covering her tracks using any means necessary, any method, any disguise. Obtain data. The Providence partners are covering their tracks with the financial records at Milton Fitzpatrick should be helpful in determining their new identities. Gain access to those records by either breaching the bank's vault and stealing a hard drive rack containing the data, or by gathering up 3 partial backup disks held by Director Savalas, Chief of Security Mateo Perez, and Head of Accounts Fabian Mann. I earnestly don't know which of those would be, easier. Tracking down the 3 most important people at the bank and isolating them, or breaking into a high-security bank vault. I like how they have different cases on the 3 partial backup drives. That's kind of funny. Oh, criminy. Starting entrance, bank entrance. Start by walking casually in through the bank's main entrance. Boy. The New Yorker. Let's see. Oh, I have a coats category now. Let me see here. Yeah. I think this is one of the DLC things. The Midnight Black suit? I'm not sure. There's more stuff in here. The winter sports suit. A tight-fitting, multicolored thin sweater with matching dark gray cargo pants, featuring reinforced knees, neoprene-laced gloves, and a matching canteen and fit ensures you will fit right in at any ski-themed event. What? The black streak suit, an exclusive white suit featuring a charcoal black shirt, matching shoes, and a pure white tie. Perfect for most occasions. I like the gloves, too, but I think I'll go with the New Yorker. A true classic. This double-breasted trench coat is the ideal fit for the demanding big city assassin. Stylish, timeless, and practical. It fits every situation. Ah, yes, this was definitely one of the items I mentioned. The ICA-19 Black Lily. A tactical pistol, custom slide with suppressor, low rate of fire with high damage. It has different textures on it than the ICA-19 default. I suppose it is a DLC item. It looks like it's got a customized grip to fit your fingers, and it's got the Agent 47's personal sigil on the side of the slide. But I think I will go with the classic Silver Ballers. Well, Silver Baller Mark II. I should unlock the original, so I get the one without a 2 on it. Not that there's anything wrong with it. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Let's take nothing with me. Yes, that's a great idea. Fucking feather duster, I forgot about that. What? IO Elite S2 VP earphones. Excellent quality earphones featuring state-of-the-art audio output and a sturdy tactical mesh wire. One could garrote an elephant with these. A favorite amongst extreme sports enthusiasts. IO Elite. I find that very funny. You know, I never figured out is it I.O interactive or IO, as in the moon of Jupiter, or is that Saturn? Melee quick draw. Climbing gear, which can double as a fiber wire in tight situations. Melee snowball. A ball made of snow can be thrown at anyone to really annoy them. This is a weird DLC. This? Oh, I think I might have had this already. A tactical ICA manufactured flash phone with a ringtone that can be remotely activated. Anyone answering the call will trigger a bright flash, blinding anyone nearby. Let's take the lockpick with me. And we'll smuggle in nothing because I don't have any of these things unlocked. Okay. All right. With a lockpick, I can get through most doors. With the coins, I can distract anyone. With the silver ballers, I can definitively solve any problem. Here goes. Christ, what am I gonna do? How the fuck? Oh.
Welcome to New York, 47. The Milton Fitzpatrick Bank is open for business, but it seems there's some sort of investigation underway. Expect increased security. Your target, Director Athena Savalas, can be found in her top-floor office, overlooking the iconic Teller Hall. Head of Security, Mateo Perez, is roaming between the vault area and the Teller Hall, talking to employees. And Head of Accounts, Fabian Mann, can be found on the investment banker floor and the top floor of the bank, driving the internal investigation. Remember, We need to secure the data from the bank's reinforced vault. Or, alternatively, acquire 3 hard drives carried by the Director and her 2 lieutenants, Mann and Perez. Good luck, 47.
Oh boy. Golden Handshake, New York, USA. I have just realized this is one of the levels where RT Game was killing someone every time he got a new subscriber. Which I mostly remember because someone subscribed before that cutscene was over. So he immediately had to shoot that guard right there and all hell broke loose. You just restart that level so many fucking times.
Anyway, wait.
Oop.
You are gonna have to come tonight to O'Flanagan.
Oh, fucking really? Of course there are cameras way out in the open. Oh, electric sign. Oh. New York Tech Expo. I'm pretty sure they canceled those robots after I made one shoot the guy who invented them. Can I go in there?
Greetings, sir. I just need to do a quick routine check if you want to get through.
Picking up the wet floor sign will cause people to slip there and knock themselves the fuck out, but I don't see how that would be useful in this situation. It will be funny, though, so maybe I should do that anyway. Maybe not in front of the janitor. Well, the mission stories are called Hostile Termination, On and Off Again, The Expose, The Heist, which is just straight up 47 with a machine gun on his back, and The Job Interview. I don't think I can actually activate any of those because I have no idea what any of them are. I suppose the public mostly wouldn't leave this room, huh? Let's just poison that random fucking bottle. I don't want to go through a frisk just yet. I don't even know where that goes, so... Oh! Fuck me, camera things everywhere. I don't think I'd be comfortable working in that. It's literally a glass box in the center of the hallway.
Deposit box room camera. Broken one.
Yeah, Perez brought someone down there himself. The man is really hands-on today. I've only seen him this proactive once before. You know, when we had that bomb threat a few years ago.
Ugh. Is he also running the investigation upstairs?
No, that's Fabian Mann. Although I'm guessing Perez being around so much today is related to that investigation. But I don't know what they're working on.
Well, I guess if we need him, we just break one of the cameras and he'll come running.
That's actually really good to know.
Told me not to tell anyone. Did they steal anything? I don't think
The
so.
fuck?
They're trying to find out. That's why Fabian
It's even
said his
worse.
luck
It's a tiny glass box with one office inside of it.
Wow. He's definitely firing people today.
Can you imagine hiding a body in here with this huge glass window?
Say, aren't you Ruby Red, the investigative reporter?
Oh,
I loved your expose on the Munchausen.
that's not a door.
I mean, wow. Jason Portman must hate you. So, what are you working on now?
I'm sorry? I don't know what you're talking about. My name's Tina. Tina Smith. I work in insurance.
Right. Undercover, are we?
No, I'm just not who you think I am, sir. Now, please leave me alone or I'll be forced to alert security.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just, you really look like her.
Take a hint, man
Have a
bun.
good day.
Ruby Red, famous muck-raking investigative journalist, is in the bank. Known for her fierce skills at digging up dirt and her excellent nose for scandal, she's definitely up to something. Might be worth following her around the bank, 47.
I don't even know why she's here. Oh, did I get that from the random newspaper I just picked up to blend in? Magazine interview. I mean, the cover is Forte magazine. Athena Savalas is the cover story with the caption, "Ain't no mountain high enough." Magazine interview. A financial interview with director Athena Savalas. A key paragraph reads, Miss Savalas grabs the newly arrived award with the strength of a mountain lion. It looks heavy. The pointed tip as deadly as her gaze at her competitors at last night's awards ceremony. It's been said that Savalas is akin to a Greek statue, majestic yet emotionally distant. But here, for a few moments, her eyes glaze over with pride as she speaks. It does mean the world to be recognized for all the hard work you've gone through over the years, she says, and puts the award back in its new place in her office. Maybe I could stab her with it. Investigate Ruby Red. I am reading that magazine. That's very funny. So do I walk up and just say
Teddy,
hi?
it's me. I'm at the bank now. I still haven't been able to make contact with the informant. Don't you dare dump this story, Ted.
Good
I will
afternoon,
find
sir.
that report
Hello.
one way or another. This will be the story of the year. Director Savalas has been acting with extreme recklessness, and the public deserve to know that. My informant will come through. Just make sure you're ready to pull the trigger when I get the documentation. She's going down today, Ted. One way or another. Of course the stock will plummet. I expect that will happen immediately. That's the point, right? Show the world the ugly side of this whole business. We're doing this. I'll email you the documents as soon as I have them.
Investigate the whistleblower who appears to be that person.
It's important to keep a tight ship today. Understood?
That leads to the vault down there. Good to know. Wait, she can go in there and I can't?
Love the suit. Classic. But this is restricted. Move along.
What is it about stop freaking trespassing that you don't understand?
I'm gonna get your costume later, if I need a security guard outfit. What's this? Lean. Oh, that's very broody. It's very cavernous in here. Mind you, I can tote a lot of places in New York. I kind of like that. I'm immediately reminded of Grand Central Station having enough room in the Spider-Man game for him to web swing. I don't think I did, because that was a stealth mission, but...
I went to the same boarding school as Athena did. Back in England. God, she's a saint there.
You're kidding.
Her father paid for a new college and a full library, so it's probably not because they think she's the best student to ever come through the place. But I've been reading up on her history. Quite impressive.
Yeah, I don't really know her that well, but I hear she's terrifying.
Well, being the only daughter of the shipping titan in Europe will set you on a pretty path from early childhood. Now, I'm just amazed at how she's evolved. Banker of the Year 3 times in a row. Eugene Cobb practically named her his successor. You know, if he hadn't died in that plane crash, she'd be CEO of all of Milton Fitzpatrick by now.
Why didn't she step up when he died?
The new chairman of the board blocked her promotion. Official story was he wanted her to stay on director level for a few more years. But, rumor has it, he's investigating her background. Really making sure there's nothing there that could damage MF in the long term.
Good for her, I guess.
I wonder if I have a deposit box here. I had a feeling with that. No, it's just another blend thing that would get me that article. So, following the whistleblower wasn't even a frisk, it was just go away. This is a problem. Unless I kill all of these guards, I won't be able to get any of their clothes, he said out loud. Shit. Well, this is a big fucking one, isn't it? Like, this isn't as monumental a task as the Isle of Sgale. But it's a much more concentrated one. Jesus. Breaking into a bank vault without anyone noticing. I've never heard of that happening. Never. It's all, like, big crews of explosives and fucking... driving buses through walls, like in The Dark Knight. I don't know. This is gonna be a mess. And I'm going to finish this article, and then I will see you guys on the next episode of How to Hit a Man. Till then, have yourselves a great day. Later!